This title is a whole lot more dramatic than it actually should be. This is just me getting the first mark on the 5A. I haven't uploaded a 5A video in a while, and I thought, yeah, you know what? Why not? This was live recorded as I was playing it, so sometimes I might actually say something. So that will make the editing process a whole lot more difficult for me, because then I'm gonna have to listen and figure out when I actually say something, which is going to be in a few seconds, which is, you know, pretty much after artillery hits me. It's gonna be. Wow, yeah. Holy shit, he is already there and aimed. RT is balanced. What? That is totally the tank I aimed for. So in a way, this video is going to be in collaboration with my previous self of about a week ago. Come on, man. Which is kind of weird, because at that point I actually felt pretty good. Now I'm starting to get sick again for like the third time in 4 weeks. I'm not quite sure what my body's doing. I think it's actually trying to physically kill me. I'm not a fan of this. My teammates are cucking me pretty bad here. Hey, so I have a question that I'm going to ask when I stop talking in the next bit. When did I start firing... When did I start firing premium? My second shot actually was premium, and from that point on I was like, yeah, everything will pen. No, you know what? We can't sit here, we have to pull back. We actually cannot sit here, we don't have the overmatch. Okay, now that I will finally shut up for the next 3 minutes and I believe 3 or 9 seconds, I have time to actually talk. So, the question I'm going to ask is, I recorded a bunch of videos before I kind of stopped making videos last year and this year. This includes the Conqueror, the Borsig, the Panther II, a whole bunch of tanks from marking missions, the news episodes, pretty much old episodes and recordings from like 4 or 5 months ago at max. And I'm wondering, I've asked this before, kind of, with the new maps coming up. You're gonna be pretty much expecting me to make videos with the new maps and the new gameplay, but the same question kind of applies here. I recorded a bunch of old episodes and I never released them, I never edited them. Do you still want to see those, or should I start over and throw away all of the stuff I pre-recorded? This includes a marking mission on the Panther, the Borsig, the news kind of on the Conqueror, the FE-215B, the WZ-111-5A, the Badger, kind of, sort of, and other episodes that I can't remember at this point. Do you still want to see those? If yes, then I will happily edit those now. I feel pretty good about YouTube. I mean, YouTube is still a pile of shit, and I don't... I'm gonna come back to this whole monetization thing. I don't understand it anymore. I actually don't. Because if you can remember in the not so friendly episode, I showed that the day 2 where I didn't talk was monetized, thinking that it was me that was the problem. Eventually that got demonetized, so I guess it's still also tanks exploding and depiction of war in World of Tanks, about as unrealistic and unhistorical as you can get, is demonetizable. So then the 1.0 maps video, which I'm actually still really proud of, didn't get demonetized because there's barely any explosions happening in that, barely. That never got demonetized. Then Thursday's video, where I literally say that an unwashed asshole is salty, also didn't get demonetized. So either YouTube has changed their bot that demonetizes videos, or I am just really confused. I pre-upload and I pre-edit my videos quite some time beforehand now. I mean, I'm editing this literally a week ago, last Sunday, and the Oh Hi Mark video is still not demonetized, and that's up there. That has been uploaded for 2 days now. So I don't know. So either way, I am more than happy to edit those videos again, if you want me to. If you still want to see old footage, then that's fine. I will happily make those videos. If you only want to see new shit, then I'm gonna have to figure out something else. Oh, I got shibated! Wow. Man, I thought 5.95k damage. 5.4k combined would be enough for the mark.
Donald Trump has AIDS.
Holy shit. Yeah, nah, the thing about the WZ-5A is that it's actually a really good tank, if you haven't noticed yet. So, that means that getting the mark on it is slightly more difficult than getting the first mark on, let's say, a Hellcat or an AMX-12T. Yeah, no, it's gonna take some time. I'm not sure if I will even ever be able to 2-mark this tank. 3 marking is a far-off dream in a faraway galaxy far, far away. However, I have been lucky with these matchups. I'm not going to lie, this is another tier 8 game, technically. I mean, it is tier 10, but 3, 5, 7. There's a lot of tier 8s that I can feast on, and there's a lot of tier 8s that I will feast on. And I'm going to be super duper aggressive, and that's probably gonna end up biting me in the butthole, isn't it? That always happens anyway. I think like, oh, I'm overpowered, and then I die a pretty terrible death. T30, please. T30, no help. T30 was probably reloading. T30 busy with other things on the battlefield. Or he missed. T30 can miss as well. I'm not sure what happens. We will never know. Apparently Wargaming is working on server replays, so we can actually look with people in a replay instead of just ourselves. That will be interesting. I'm not sure if that will ever work. There goes my ammo rack for another 40 seconds. This is nice. Not as nice as it was. Wow, how long ago did they add the reusable consumables? Is it like 5 patches ago? 4 or 5 patches ago? Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was skeptic when they changed it, and I like it. I like it that they changed it because now I can actually get my ammo rack back in 20 seconds. That's nice. So I should go up in my mark now with my damage done. If I'm correct. It's not even you that has to be correct, it's the mod that has to be correct. And the mod is using values that Wargaming won't show, so I wonder how the mod got these values. But not enough to go into 65. Crap! Baskets. Yeah, no, it's 64.94, unless the mod is wrong and I could be getting the mark. I'm just gonna presume that I won't be getting the mark this game, which is kind of sad, but I mean, I can play the 5A again, and I love playing my 5A, so I'm not gonna really complain. Did this guy disconnect at the worst possible moment? What? What? There's a T30. Oh. Oh. Ripperoni, pepperoni for this RU-251.
Put your tongue in the pee hole!
There's some leeway in here. It's not 100% accurate, which I expected. That is his lower plate, right? 300 millimeters, and I can't pen it. Not even the lower plate of his lower plate. It has been overbuffed to Kingdom Come, so people won't complain about the Object 263 being removed. Nah, I don't agree with the 268 version 4. I hope Wargaming will actually nerf that tank fairly soon. Shish also made a video about it saying that it's stupidly overpowered. That is just stupid. World of Tanks, come on. The Object 268 version Fortress is what Wargaming made here. And they were like, it's good plan, da, suka, idi nachoj. And I couldn't even spot him. Oh. You're gonna shoot me, aren't you? I was gonna shoot him instead. We are doing quite well. We're not on the mark yet, but I'm pretty sure that we will get there anyway. My next tier 10 that I really want is the WZ-111-5A. That is a really good tank in city maps, but in open maps, like Cliff for example, it is just not that good. It doesn't have the gun depression to really work ridges. It is rear mounted. I can't see the E50M. I am being gibate. You know what I never got about the current Olympics? When an announcement is made or a ceremony is happening, the languages that are used by the commentators or like the announcers is English, which is pretty much the universal language of the entire world. You damn spoiled English and American people. The language of the hosting country, in this case South Korea, so South Korean or Korean. I'm pretty sure both Koreans have pretty much the same language, maybe just the small variations of it. I actually have no idea. Apparently this is enough. This was it. This was enough to get the mark. I don't believe it just yet. That probably could have been it. Someone in the comment section, do North and South Korea share the same language? But okay, English, in this case Korean, and then the third language is French. Why do the French always have to budge everywhere in like, oh, we need to speak French as well? It's probably because the guy that made the Olympics, the modern one, was French. Wow. I could have just waited, and then fired, and then did damage. Still did damage though. But in that case, shouldn't there also be a Greek announcement? Because the Olympics were a Greek idea. The Greek were like, oh, you know what we should do? We should get naked, cover ourselves in olive oil, and wrestle naked with each other. This is a good idea. The Greek were weird. Man, our Artie's supposed to have a field day now. Why isn't he? Because he literally just fired at the E50M and missed. He did 150 something damage and stunned, and it did literally piss all. But it doesn't really matter. That means there's more damage for us to do. Goodbye E50M, goodbye Object 430, goodbye Object 257. That leaves the T57 Heavy for us to pretty much kill. And with that, I've done more than enough damage to get this mark.
And I bet you that it tastes of kebab with extra curry sauce.